just a wandering nomad out on the interstate. Eventually, all these roads just end up looking the same.
Don't be snorting during the intro.
Redo it. My bad.
Your car is really small. I can't fit in here.
Not a fit guy friendly core.
Fucking hell, man. All right, welcome back to Relative Roads. It's me and your best co-host, Ricardo Flores.
Flowers.
Welcome back to the show. Today's goal, talk about anything and everything and everything and anything under the sun, but special location. We're at the top floor of the Hyatt Hotel downtown Sacramento. We're waiting to spot Leonardo DiCaprio, and then we're going to try and swap spit with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
At least an autograph.
And then he's going to want to put us in his movies.
You seen? I saw some pictures of the of him walking. I think it was around the courthouse. He's got a weird hairstyle for this movie. It's like it's kind of like a split and then a ponytail. It's weird. So
Yeah,
he's
looks like a
probably
douchebag.
playing maybe a lawyer
Probably. Yep, some sort of
or something to do with the court system.
government official, possibly. I don't know. I don't know what the hell the
I
movie's
wonder
about.
why they chose Sacramento as a location.
Because it's a dope-ass city? You don't think so? I mean, I know you've been here your whole life, and there's not a lot of reference for you, but reality is you're a lucky bastard because Sacramento's pretty dope.
Maybe the movie's based on Sacramento. Something that happened here. Because
Probably.
you know there was that house where the old lady was burying all those bodies, remember?
Yep.
Maybe it has to
Dorothy
do something with
something. What's her name? Dorothy
that? I don't know.
Fuentes? No, that's a MTV star. Yeah, I do know who you're talking about. Dorothy something. There's several weird things. Cat Williams used to live here when he was starting out.
He did mention Sacramento when he was putting all those comedians on blast, so
Yep.
that makes sense.
MC Hammer lived out in Granite Bay. Did you know that?
No.
Had a house out in Granite Bay. Tom Hanks' kid, I think, went to Sac State.
Oh, nice.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff coming to Sacramento. Lady Bird was filmed here. Did you ever see that?
No.
Yeah, fancy independent film type thing, like June. What was that movie? Ah, fuck it. Who cares? Anyhow, so we're downtown. The Warner Brothers production is here, closing off streets, feeding the cast and production crew of this movie.
Maybe that's why downtown doesn't look as dirty and homelessy.
I guess. I mean, it's still homelessy. There's still quite a big. There's a couple sleeping in the little crevice down there. I don't know if they're still there.
They're all over the place. You throw fucking bread out there, they just start running out.
Like fucking seagulls and
Yep.
shit, pigeons and whatnot. Yeah, I'd throw a whole loaf if I was gonna throw bread. I wouldn't even throw it. I'd just walk
Just
up
hand
and,
it to them.
Here you go. Here's some bread. Give me the other kind of bread. You son of a bitch.
That's
No,
how it
I
is
can't.
nowadays with them.
Yeah, true. They don't
That is how
really
it is.
want anything but money to buy fentanyl.
And then you offer them food, and they're like, I don't want food. I want money.
Yeah.
Just give me the fucking money.
Yeah, they always look at you like, oh.
And
good,
they always look
another-
at the money, too.
Another bottle of water, huh?
They look at how much you give them sometimes. Just on Friday, what was I going to say? Oh, on Friday, I handed a homeless dude right there on the street lights or whatever. I gave him like $2, and he looked at it and kind of like was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, I believe. Did you hear that?
Ooh,
It's
the
Fast and the
sounds,
Furious.
The sounds of downtown.
Yeah. I haven't.
Is that why you put your window down?
No, there's two big dudes in a little car. It's hot.
I told you they gonna think we're doing something.
I don't care what they think. I think it's hot.
I thought you were doing that
Shit.
to hear the sounds of downtown Sacramento.
Well, that's also nice. And then looking at the church here, this old church on K Street. I'm not sure.
Cathedral.
It's a Catholic church.
Cathedral.
Cathedral. Does that qualify? That's not a cathedral. I mean,
That's a
it's
cathedral.
like a
It's
mini
called
cathedral.
cathedral.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh.
La
Is that
Catedral.
your church? Do you go there?
No.
You
I
wish.
don't go to church.
Why not? You're a heathen?
I'm a believer.
You're a believer, but not a practicing religious
I'm not a practice
person.
believer.
Yeah.
We don't go to church. We should be going to church, but we just don't go.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, mother.
I don't expect you to. I don't expect you to go to church on my behalf. You know. Let's talk about that real quick. Just real quick. I know you keep it simple, okay? Wait, what is it? Hold on. Let's read this. I think I'll start taking off my work boots and my safety vest.
Oh, because he didn't get called in. My bad. Brain fart.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
Oops.
let's talk about that. So, when I see a post online that is anti-religious, and here's the thing, like I used to be that person, but it drives me nuts, like the ignorance behind posting it. It's fine, you feel that way. But posting it is like let's put it this way, like if you were in the room where someone's on the deathbed and it's like this old lady and she keeps talking about how she gets to meet Jesus and she's going to go to heaven, would you show her this post or say to her what you said about religion, like, I don't need your Jesus and I don't believe in that and it's a bunch of bullshit trying to control the public? Would you say that to her?
No, I'm gonna let her go out believing what she believes.
Right,
Why am I gonna ruin that for her?
So it's the same thing I find when people negligently put it on their face. It's my Facebook. It's my faith. I can make my faith look like whatever I want. You know.
How about those posts where they're say amen to have a blessed day, or say this, or share this?
Oh yeah, you gotta qualify to get your blessing.
It's like, what the fuck? I gotta do what to get blessed?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Just scroll past that. I mean, in general, you scroll past.
I'll give it a like.
Anyway.
So, sometimes I will feel guilty, and I will give it a like.
Oh, they got you.
I'll just be like, I'm having a bad day. Maybe if I press I'll be blessed.
If I acknowledge
and then boom,
this,
no, motherfucker, here's rent.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, I don't think I ever feel guilty. Sometimes I feel proud, but I just let it be. Like I don't need to participate. And then sometimes, and this is the God honest truth, I'm still shy about sharing my own faith.
Why?
I don't know. I think there's residual, so my ego is always struggling because I used to be on the other side. I used to think, oh, this is a bunch of bullshit. And I went through stuff, and I started to see and hear and feel things that became real for me. So I made this transition in my life, and now I'm, effectively that other person. So it's almost like this tug of war between my old secular self and my new found religious, spiritual, uplifted person that I am striving to be, and don't ever intend to let go. So, but all that said, I understand when people go through things and they don't have that grounded belief, and it may take some time, whatever, to each their own. But I do struggle. When I see those anti-religious posts so flagrantly just throwing rocks at that belief system. It's like, hey, settle down. And also, they wouldn't say some shit like that to a Muslim. They wouldn't do it. No. They wouldn't put, Allah is a bunch of BS, man. I don't believe in that crap.
What'd you just say?
Yeah, exactly.
What'd you just say?
Exactly. What did you say to me?
What'd you just say to me, motherfucker?
What's going on with this mic? There we go. All right.
You said Allah is a bunch of bullshit and your shit start fucking up. You see what happened?
See?
You see?
Can't be messing around like that.
Keep fucking around.
Uh-oh. Okay, there. Is it back?
It's been back.
There. Is that better? Okay, so that's all I'm saying, though, is when you feel free enough to, throw that stuff up on there, it's ignorant. Let's just say. It's ignorant. You know what I mean?
Don't you hate it also when well, you've never been to a funeral, huh?
No. Yes, I have been to a funeral.
All right, well, I've been to a couple, and I've seen a couple, and I hate when they take pictures of the deceased person in their casket.
Yeah, that doesn't seem appropriate.
Or they record it. Some people will hire, people to record that stuff, dude, and I feel like, why do you need to do that?
Yeah.
Or what is the purpose of fucking... damn near taking a selfie with the person. I've seen that before, too.
You seen them taking a selfie with the dead body?
Well, I've seen it online. But I've seen people take pictures of it, seen people, just do the most, Or,
I guess.
Or take pictures of their sick relative, bro. Like, if your relative is lying there, damn near almost dying, why are you there taking pictures? That's not a memory I want to remember.
Yeah,
I'd rather remember them when they were nice and healthy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it sucks that they're in that situation and they're going out like that, but don't fucking take a picture of them.
Maybe it's a closure thing. Maybe they need that visual so that when they're going about their day and they start thinking about this and they start going through the mourning process, they need to look at this symbolic image they have in their phone to know, okay, that thought doesn't really work for me anymore because this person's gone. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of logically. Otherwise, like, yeah, why would you want to collect that image and keep it in your phone to look at? Or even just run across it?
Yeah, like, what if you're, like, looking for something to post or something, like, you thought about, and you're going back in your camera roll, and then you see, like, maybe, like, 5-6 pictures of that day, and you're like, oh, shit. And now you're, like, thinking about
you're
that.
re-traumatized.
So it's like you're mourning to let it go, but now it's coming back because you kept it in your camera roll. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't
understand if it's for the likes or just for the would you say pity? Like for people to feel bad for you or whatever?
Oh, like the sympathy?
Yeah, sympathy, my
from
bad.
People? That's the thing about human beings.
Basically just trying to get attention when you don't have it.
Yeah, and going weird ways about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people do weird shit to call attention, and they think they're slick. You know what I mean? That's like when you're in a crowd, in a group, and like on a team or whatever, there's the odd man out. But what's interesting that happens is that weird person that keeps having these social sporadic moments where they're like inappropriate or they're doing weird shit, it bonds everybody else around them because all those other people don't think of those methods of getting attention are valid methods. So like the common denominator is like, this fucking guy is doing weird shit that I would never do. And you're like, yeah, I'd never do that fucking weird shit. Anyway, so where are you from? Well, like you make friendships.
Yeah.
So there's great value in weirdos for sure. So we don't want to throw them out with the bathwater. We just want to say it's a weird situation, And I think in the end, like, you can't really wrap your head around the way they think. It's just not possible because you don't think that way.
Yeah.
Live and let live is what they say. So, anyways, the whole religious thing, I just think it's really negligent for people to do stupid shit like that online. And I know I'm being judgmental. That's not very Christian, but I'm just venting here, okay? So don't judge me for judging.
It's a podcast, for God's sake.
Them. Yeah, just turn it off. But click like, subscribe, and follow. And
for all
that.
you 3 people that listen to it.
Yes, thank you, 3. Thank you, Grandma. I appreciate you.
Now go to church, bitch.
I appreciate you. Yeah, so anyway, we're downtown. Let's get a little video of us in the downtown area. There's Ricky.
Damn, dude, I look fat as hell.
It's just the red shirt and the lean back, like your
Lean
neck.
back.
You have no neck.
Lean back.
It's all fucking beard face all the way down to your chest. And I look great. And then we got the downtown area.
You selfish fuck.
And there's not a lot of like foot traffic today.
Well, no, it's fucking windy. Work's canceled because it was a storm yesterday. Dude, on the Ring app that I have, everybody was like, is there school tomorrow? Is there school tomorrow because of the storm? Is there school tomorrow? Motherfucker, it's not snowing. It's wind. Fucking relax. If the power's on, you're going to school.
But the trees are going to kill him.
Oh, yeah, the trees. Oh, my God.
The trees are going to fall.
Especially with the school that has no fucking trees around it, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, the trees might find their way up the street.
Oh, yeah.
And wind up on the...
fucking just magically appear there.
Yeah, so this storm is, it's 2 years in a row. But is that true? Has it always been like this every year? Crazy wind and then broken?
No,
just the last 2 years.
That I can remember, I don't really have a good memory, but that I can remember, I think this year and last year was probably the worst that I've seen it. So
yeah, last year was really
last
bad.
year was really bad because it was wind and rain.
Right.
Yesterday it was just
flooding.
like fucking sprinkle and then a lot of wind.
Have you seen pictures and videos of down south?
Oh, it's bad.
Like L.A., San Diego.
It's bad.
San Diego's
it's really
like
flooded.
Underwater, like apocalyptic shit.
Yep.
Yeah, end of the world for San Diego.
Mm-hmm. That shit look real bad, dude.
I only feel bad for the animals at the zoo. Maybe they're all animals in a zoo. Anyways, yeah. So down trees. I like bad weather. Maybe because crazy shit didn't happen in my house. Knock on wood. But
Hey, wasn't that tree was that your tree
which was in the video?
on TikTok?
Yes,
That was your tree?
that's my tree in
I
the back.
suggest you take that bitch down.
That's what we plan on doing. I know I should have done it this year. I had talked to somebody that you know that used to take trees down, Carlos.
Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos. He doesn't work there anymore. Works
Oh,
up in
okay.
the, anyways, yeah, so I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, just let me know. And then I never did.
No.
He disappeared.
Yeah,
I didn't
well,
want to
nah,
bother him.
He ain't coming back no more.
Nope. He's 310 to Yuma.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow. So what did you guys do yesterday? Did your power go out?
Well, it was my daughter's birthday, so we
Happy
went out.
birthday.
We went out for her birthday. Just as soon as we left, bro, power went out. As soon as we closed the door, power went out.
Wow.
Yep. Gate wouldn't open, so I was like, fuck. Had a fucking J rig that bitch to open. So we left. We were out maybe till 6 o'clock. We were coming back from Galleria, going down Sunrise. Dude, it was pitch dark.
Oh, from
All
the power
the
outage?
fucking power was out there, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like we may have left Galleria at the right time too, because I think the power went out there too. I'm not too sure,
Ooh, scary.
but yeah, it was bad, bro. There was like no people in the mall either. It was like it looked weird as hell. I told my wife, I was like, this is probably how it looked back in the day when there was no people from LA and no people from the Bay Area coming here.
Right. Sunrise Mall.
Yeah.
We
We drove by there too. Dark.
Sunrise
Scary.
Mall used to be like the only mall before I was, I'm a little old, but I was here when Arden Fair Mall was not in existence.
No way.
And yeah, and they were.
So
it was like
it was
a
Sunrise
brand
first,
new, yeah,
and
Sunrise,
then Arden.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
I thought Arden was
And
the
then
OG.
Galleria.
What about
No.
Florin?
Well,
Remember
to
there
you,
was one on
Arden is
Florin?
the OG, but yeah, Florence, I don't.
Never remember. You don't remember Florin?
No, I don't. I didn't spend a lot of time
In the
on
ghetto?
that side of Sacramento.
In the
yeah,
ghetto?
yeah.
You weren't in the ghetto.
No, there's too much
Sorry.
ghetto stuff going on over there. I was
Yeah,
a
that
military
one was
brat.
pretty.
Yeah, stayed
That
safe.
part was pretty lonely. That mall was pretty lonely too.
Yeah.
Well, I only remember the arcade, but yeah.
Sunrise Mall is now a running track or speed walking track for the elderly.
No, it's not.
They go there every morning. If you go there early on, especially on a weekday, you'll see them all decked out in their sweats, headbands, and they are speed walking up and down that damn mall.
Inside or outside?
Yeah, inside. Especially
What?
like when it's bad weather. It's a good idea, really. And then you see all those odd stores that are like privately owned, and they have like all these knockoffs, and
Yeah.
appealing to the urban
Yeah.
crowd, the young generation. Those are typically the stores you see in there. But
Yeah, I think the last time I went there, I think it was with my wife. Probably like maybe a year or two ago. Yeah. About 2 years ago we went there. It's very empty there. There's like nothing in there.
yeah, well, it's dead today for sure because the storm has kept everybody got scared. And no school, no work, nobody leave. We gotta clean up these trees, get everything safe again. Don't want anybody to get
No
splinters.
concrete today.
Nobody tripping over. No concrete being
No
poured.
concrete today.
None of that. You guys stay in your house. Stay safe. Yeah. Boring.
Boring as
Fuck
fuck.
that.
We said fuck that. Let's go do a podcast on top of the roof.
On top of the rooftop.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I wanted to come down here early and do some street photography, fly my drone, etc. And
I think it's too windy for the drone, ain't it?
no, not right. Not today. Yesterday for sure. That shit would have been like a bird trying to fly in the wind. Yeah, it was fun. I went out to the creek for just a brief moment in the afternoon, and I was watching these birds try their damnedest. Like the ducks would try to go in one direction, and then the wind would catch them, and they were going like 100 miles an hour in the other direction. Like, fuck it, I'm going this way. Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn.
But I love bad weather. I do.
Yeah, I saw a couple posts about semi-trailers being flipped over, like in the truck stops.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of trailers that had no semi attached to it. So that shit just fucking went straight left and flipped right over. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Especially the empty ones.
Mhm.
That's not.
No, for sure it was empty because the wind just moved that shit hella fast.
Yeah. My brother-in-law said there was a pickup truck with a twisted bed in the back because the trailer that was attached to it had just flown off, was flipped over on the side of the
Damn.
side of the road because it's flat and
Yeah.
it's nothing but lift under there with the wind. So, c'est la vie, man.
That
Just
sounds
another
scary.
day. Yeah, and frustrating. Like, and you, I guess you don't think about that. You wouldn't think about that. Like, I'm going to attach this trailer, and it's going to be fine. The wind's going to go right under, right over, and no big deal. And
Yeah. I like this weather too, man. It's interesting. I wish it was kind of worse sometimes. I don't know.
Me
I'm
too.
weird.
like yesterday, I'm
my-
like, fine with the rain, but with the wind, let's bring the rain.
I told my, I was like, let's bring a fucking hurricane.
Right?
I
Yeah.
was like, bring one on, bitch. We're ready.
Yeah,
No, we're not.
Not really. No. Yeah, and it would suck if, like, I don't know what it is, and I'm probably cursing myself, but between last year and this year, our neighborhood or that quadrant of Sacramento area, we're not part of that 200,000 power loss.
Oh, you didn't
report.
lose power
No.
last night?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope. I don't know what it is, bro. That vineyard area over there.
You're probably like
the
ready,
spot.
like, come on, bitch, knock the power out.
I'm always ready, bro. I love when the power goes out. I really do. I feel like that forces us to like engage with each other,
Yeah.
and for just a moment. I don't want to dare compare it to 9/11, but it's kind of like that. Where
Son of a gun.
this crazy shit's happening. Everybody's like, "Hey, what's going on? Everybody okay?" So, no, definitely not like power, like 9/11, but this the unification of weird shit happening like that.
That's when you first meet your neighbor, like, oh, what's your name? Oh, no, Bill?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Bill?
Hi, Susie. Sorry about parking on your side of the
Been
street.
living next to you for about 10 years, but hello.
Mine's usually sorry about the cats. And then they're not, never, ever are they like, oh, it's no problem. I love cats. Never. They're always like, it's all good, I guess. That's cool. They got to live. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't expect
As long as they
this
don't go to the front
relationship.
neighbor's house, they're good.
Yeah. Oh, my neighbor showed me today. She showed me a picture of a big ass tree that fell over in her backyard, tore down the fence back there. I was like, well, I got a chainsaw, so if y'all need help, you could borrow it. Just kidding. I did offer to go, and I will if she says, hey, get your fat ass over here and cut my tree down, Beaner. I'd be like,
Whoa, bitch,
hey,
you better say
lady,
it nicely now.
I'm fucking Filipino, so flip is more appropriate. Anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's true. I don't think we live in a time now where engaging with your neighbors is like a normal thing. You don't
Trust me,
need
bro.
that social.
Yeah, we're going way far away from that.
We don't talk to each other.
Have you seen the new Apple Vision Pro?
I did see that.
Have you seen people use it in public?
I seen a guy get pulled over for using it and driving his Tesla. I seen that.
I saw that one too.
Yeah.
I seen a couple of those people driving and using that shit. That's kind of weird, dude.
It's a little strange. It looks fucking goofy. I don't like the Oculus. Personally, it makes me dizzy.
But this one, I guess it's like the Oculus 3, the newest one, where you can see past the screen.
Right.
So you can see everything in front of you. It's like
Right.
just wearing glasses.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was looking at it and I was like, that's just your phone. Me and my wife, we were like, that's just using your phone, like, without having your phone on you.
Yeah, but you can use, I believe, eye movement.
Yes. Just,
Yeah.
if whatever you look at is what you click and you just go like with your
physically
fingers.
with your hands, and it's a little too futuristic for me.
It's kind of,
I'm
I
quite
feel like
standoffish.
it's dumb.
I mean, I'll try it. If I'm at the mall and they're
Yeah,
like,
me too.
would you like to try that?
Here you fucking go, you fucking bitch.
Sorry. I just like
fucking
the
go.
accent. It's not that I think only Indians are selling that fucking. I just like
They're
the
selling
accent.
you the knockoff one for sure.
It's all out of admiration, okay? I really admire the work ethic. I admire
Yeah.
the culture. I really do. Just say that because, to preface the fact that I'm going to do the accent. I love it. But anyways, if they asked me to
Yeah.
try it, I would try it, because I remember when virtual reality was only only out there in certain situations, especially at the mall where they're trying to promote it. And
All those little rides.
yeah, and like you get on this platform and put this thing on, and it was literally like Minecraft graphics,
Nah,
and
not
then now
nowadays.
bring that shit at home. We got 2 of them, like it's no big fucking deal. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast. Because think about it, the United States is only about 300 and some odd years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's like compared to the billions of years that the Earth has been around. The United States has only existed for 300 years. So 300 years ago or so, I don't know the exact number. Sorry,
Well,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
a
fact
history
check
buff.
your
I'm a
ass
truck
just
driver.
so they don't fucking fuck with us.
Go ahead.
The 3 people
Ask
that
the
follow
Oracle.
us.
Almighty wise Oracle. How old is the United States of America? According to the Native Americans, it's always been here.
247 years old.
Is it only 247? I thought it was 300. That's it?
That's crazy.
That's bullshit.
I don't think that's
You
real.
lying, Google. Well, you get the point. If you think about, in reference to how old the Earth is, how old everything is, the 1800s weren't that long ago.
Yeah. Well, it says North America is 200 million years old.
Ooh, got that downtown wind.
What they cooking? Curry? Oh, my bad.
Fresh air. Fresh crab out of the river.
Oh, yeah. Fresh
river
crabs.
Yeah.
You get crabs all right.
River crabs. You ever eat at Joe's Crab Shack?
No.
It's fucking nasty.
Yeah?
Sorry to those who love it. I think it's gross.
For real?
Yeah, the fucking restaurant's dirty. It's cold. The wait staff is all on a hangover, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking, it's a novelty.
Have you tried boiling crab?
No, but we are going to.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go. Boiling Crab is a new restaurant in the South Sacramento area.
It's not new, bitch.
Sorry,
it's old.
Elk Grove. Huh?
It's in Sacramento. It's not in Oak Grove.
Isn't it?
It's off 65th.
There's one now over by the fucking Bel Air.
That's not boiling crab.
What is that one called?
I don't know, but it's not
It's
boiling.
fucking Boiling Crab, bitch.
It's not boiling
I'm gonna
crab.
ask Oracle. Almighty Oracle. Where else is the Boiling Crab?
It's not Oracle. It's Siri.
Shut up, bro. She wants to be whoever she wants to be, okay? She's the Oracle.
Tell her that.
Not
ask
Joe's
her
Crab Shack. See, look. The Boiling Crab, fool.
Oh, what?
Look at that.
That's on 65th, dumbass.
No, dumbass.
That's on 65th.
They moved it.
That's Florida 65th.
Okay, you're right. So where's the other one?
It's off of safe. The one you're talking about is over there in Bel Air. Just look
Yeah,
up
but what is it
Wingstop.
called?
Look up Wingstop and
Crab seafood near seafood, not SEE, seafood on Elk Grove, Florin. Oh, Captain Crab.
there you go, fucking guy. But it's probably the same
Oh.
shit though. They all sell the same shit.
They got shrimp. They got crab legs. They got
My sister and my little brother will fuck that shit up, bro. They
Really?
love that shit.
Oh, they
my
like
little
all that
brother, my
seafood?
little brother loves that shit.
really.
Yep.
That's cool, man. You gotta have a thing, and for little brothers to love seafood is great.
He
Right.
loves anything.
Whatever. I gotta respond to my wife because she's my wife.
Think Leo's out yet?
Yeah. He's
They're gonna
probably
be over there by the fucking courthouse.
He's probably watching us, bro. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wouldn't that be some
is,
shit, bro? If he just walks up to the truck, hey, what's up, guys? What
Yo, y'all doing a podcast? Let me get in there. I'd be like, I ain't got no back seat, bitch.
he
You
can
gonna have
sit
to
on my
stand
lap.
out.
I
Stand
don't
out.
give a
Yeah,
fuck.
sit on fucking Ricky's lap,
That'd be dope.
bitch.
I'll fucking go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, Gilbert,
got Leo on my
Gilbert
lap,
Grape,
bitch.
motherfucker. Yeah, you ain't shit around here, Leo. We the fucking stars around here.
We just drive around with them.
Yeah.
I got Leo on my lap.
So I'll take the top off. He could stand in the middle and
Fucking
like
parade.
yeah, like a parade, like a Leonardo DiCaprio parade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think they're recording over by the courthouse because that's kind of where they look like. Oh, maybe it's right here at the fucking Capitol. That's why it's all closed off.
Check it out. There's a building on J Street that is an old Japanese town, and it's a rundown building. But I seen security out front. I seen a couple Suburbans, black Suburbans out there, and there's lights on the inside. I think they got a film set going on in there. That's what I think.
Most
and that's
likely.
near the courthouse-ish. And it's an old building. I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but possibility
I wonder
is.
what the movie's called.
It's called Leonardo DiCaprio in Sacramento as a politician.
Bitch.
Bitch. That's probably what it's called. Anyhow, what
Not
you got? What
bad.
you got planned for the rest of the day?
Nothing. Can pick up the kids later around 2:00.
Okay.
So,
all right. You
shit,
got some topics you wanted to
I
bring
had
up.
some topics.
What the fuck? Say them. Bring them
They're
up.
old
man.
topics now.
No, they're not. They might be. I'll let you know. I got a question for you.
Here we go. See, this was when the aliens were in Miami.
Aliens in Miami. Okay, so what is? Oh, that mall situation.
Yeah, it's all long gone now.
Bunch
There's
of
nobody
bullshit,
talking
bro.
about that shit no more.
It's bullshit.
The Epstein list too is all gone now too.
Oh yeah, the Epstein list
It's
ain't
all
even a thing.
is dead.
Okay. All right. So you don't really want to talk about that stuff, right?
Yeah, and then we already talked about the fucking Texas shipping all the immigrants to like all the sanctioned states and all that. That's crazy right there.
Oh, with all the asylum seekers?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. So that's a piece of the overall change in America. Because it's because of immigration or the evolution of immigration, how the borders are actively going the way they are, and I don't know all the details, but I know that a lot of these asylum seekers and immigrants are being dumped here in America. I don't know how our money is staying.
Think it's on purpose?
I think that everything can be twisted up into some conspiracy, but I kind of feel, here's the thing, I kind of feel like it's never been anything else. It's always been like this. It's always been like this. Just think the speed of technology and the accessibility has changed. So think about that. So America's founded on immigration. It's founded on foreigners coming here and making a life for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the idea of protecting borders and vetting people who come in and, like moderating the amount of people and who's coming in here and so on, I think that is a necessary process. But that gets into politics, and I'm too ignorant to really discuss. However, I think in theory, like, everything's always been that way. It's always been about people trying to come to America and try to make something for themselves that they aren't able to in other countries. Even like some of the cartel situation, I'm sure there's people who work for the cartel who come over here and like, I don't even need to do that shit anymore. I can just do this. I have work ethic. I'll just go to work, make it legit. I'm sure that happens as well as somebody being a drug runner and so on and so forth. So I just personally think it's always been like this. But the minds in America are more involved now. So I don't know how valid the voting system is. I really don't know. But I feel as though if we want to do something about it on an individual level, here's how I think about all bad news, if you consider it bad news. News that, let's say, you just don't understand, it could go either way and isn't something you favor, is really just a reminder for you to treat everybody as though they do belong here. Mm-hmm. Because you want them to feel that way. Because if you are in the same space as somebody who has come from a history of cartel work, business, whatever, if, let's say, they meet you and you're one of the first Americans they interact with and you are constantly showing them love and understanding and welcoming them and, like, just the best side of you, that is essentially like a representation of life in America.
Yeah.
First impressions, you know what I mean? So I feel like every piece of news we don't understand in the media is a reminder for us to act in a way that would celebrate freedom, essentially.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I don't fucking know what to do with it. I really don't.
Me either.
I don't know who to vote for.
Yeah.
I get this stupid ass, like, recycled paper packet in the mail, says here's who you're supposed to vote for or who you could vote for and all these names, and it's like I don't have enough time to, like, research half the shit I do, let alone who I'm going to vote for. And I have to go to work and spend all my time at work, and I don't want to sit in the truck and read up on politics. Now, shame on me for not being interested, I guess.
But I mean, nowadays, does it really matter?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
If we vote, cool, but it's not going to change.
It feels that way.
You know?
It feels that way.
That's why my thing now is that I'm not voting for no one. Like, fuck you guys.
See,
that's my thing.
You know what it is? Like,
that way, if the one that I do vote for fucks up, I can't start talking shit, or I can't talk shit at all because I didn't vote.
But here's the okay. So this is kind of a segue into something a little more philosophical, but I think that we can say whatever we want. I think the idea of freedom of speech is a perfect way to illustrate how humanity is. Like, we say shit. We talk shit about our best friends. Everybody does. Everybody's got yes, you do, bitch. Everybody's got an opinion about what somebody else is doing. But the reality of how you speak to the world and let alone those people is your actions. You know what I'm saying? So like when your kid's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be that, but then you turn around and see them do everything in the opposite direction of evolving that dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna listen to you now, Dad.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how that looks.
Fuck you, Dad. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck
Yeah.
it. Mm.
Yeah. Don't I want to be a race car driver. I want to be a race car driver, and I'm going to go fast, and I'm going to take all that responsibility serious. Mm-hmm. Well, get in there and clean up your fucking room.
I want to.
Exactly. So, just saying. And, you know, not to beat up on the kids. I was a worse teenager myself. I don't know how my parents kept. They should have gave me up for adoption, to be honest. Badass little fat fucking waste of space. Anyhow, took me a long time to grow up over certain things, and I'm sure it's going to take them some time. What were we talking about?
Immigration?
Accountability, right? So people saying certain things, but their actions speak louder. Like I'm one. I've got a loud mouth, a busy mind. I got a lot to say, but at the end of the day, if someone I'm interacting with seems like they really need me to pay attention and they need the experience of someone hearing them, I want to be that person. That's my goal. You know what I mean? Not to overshadow anything with shit I feel like I need to say just because it's in my head.
Yep.
So the big picture in America, when you have your feet on the ground and some stability, I think that's when you afford to be able to pay it forward, not financially, but spiritually, opening up your space so that you can help others feel like being around you is okay. And others like you is okay. And living in this community is actually a great experience. That's the goal, as far as I'm concerned. You know, so is that my vote? Sure. Now, I think as far as like us knowing who we should vote for, there needs to be like some company hired rep that like a therapist / political scientist who can sit with us and talk to us about our lifestyle and then help us understand who we should vote for and why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, what do you like to do? How do you like to spend your money? Do you enjoy these freedoms, etc.? And we can be like, yes, no, yes, no, yes. After you complete the survey, they're like, all right, so here's the candidate that represents all these things.
Trump.
Yeah, pretty much. I like money, and I don't want to work so hard. Trump. Yeah, basically. So,
Oh, man.
you know, we're limited, okay?
It's crazy, bro. It's this whole politics shit's just fucking crazy.
It is part of the American culture.
It's weird.
Not trusting our government is now American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Come to America and
Just can't trust you, motherfucker.
do whatever you want.
Pretty much. Don't get caught.
Yeah. Don't steal shit from me. And
Isn't it crazy? Speaking about stealing shit, isn't it crazy that thing I told you about Newsom? About being in Target? So Newsom was in Target, and some shoplifters ran out with like...
You have the video?
I don't think so.
So Newsom in Target. Just Google that. And then we'll play it. Let's see here.
First one, Newsom at Target.
Here, I'm going to...
Sounding like a Karen.
Oh, hold on. What you got? You got an ox for me?
Yeah.
Accelerator.
Stand by, folks.
I think it'll be good right here, Mikey.
Yeah? All right. Go
The
ahead.
governor was telling some California mayors a story about when he was shopping at Target and spotting a shoplifter. Listen.
Some guy walks out and drops something. My 14-year-old says, "Sir, you dropped this." And he comes back, he picks it up, and he's walking out. As we're checking out, the woman says, "Oh, he's just walking out. He didn't pay for that." I said, "Well, why aren't you stopping him?" She goes, "Oh, the governor." Swear to God, true story. Oh, my mom's great. The governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said, "That's just not true." And I said, "We have the 10th toughest, $950, the 10th toughest in America." She doesn't even know what I was talking about. And I said, "It's just not true. They're still stopped." They said, "Well, we don't stop them because of the governor." And then she looks at me twice, and then she freaks out. She calls everyone over, wants to take photos. I'm like, "No, I'm not taking a photo. We're having a conversation. Where's your manager?" Hopefully all the reporters weren't on for that.
Yeah, some of the reporters were on. So Newsom needs to speak to your manager because the lady at the register didn't recognize him. Or because he wonders why he's paying for stuff and other people can steal it for free. That's kind of what we're all wondering, Gavin. Gavin Newsom was caught on camera.
That's what we're all wondering, Gavin. How can I gotta
The
pay?
threshold is $950. So if you steal under $950, you're good. It's
Bro,
a slap
that's
on
why
the wrist.
San
It's a slap on the
Francisco-
fucking wrist.
San Francisco is one of the shittiest cities now because
All
of
the
that.
designers have left San Francisco. Damn near.
Yeah.
If you go to the mall, there ain't shit there. That's what I've been
crazy.
seeing on TikTok. I don't go there because fuck that. I'm not going over there.
I want to go.
I wouldn't take my family over there. Fuck that shit. Well,
Yeah.
maybe just me and my wife, but I don't.
I just ain't bringing all my shit with me.
That, yeah,
I'm gonna rent a car.
motherfucker.
Rent a fucking car and buy the biggest insurance.
Rent a fucking Supra.
Yeah. Talk about small car. That's like fitting a fucking whale in a fucking Geo Metro.
But yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's like that's like okay. So like if we could go to Target right now and steal like, not saying we're gonna do it, but we could steal like 3 GoPros.
You look like you work there with that shirt.
Shut the fuck up,
You
bitch.
can get away with that shit.
I'm
No,
going to the
bringing
back,
it,
Janice.
yeah, we gotta bring it to the truck. Truck parked out front. He sleep. Yeah. That's a great example of the confusion in America.
Because look at everything that's electronic, Xbox, PlayStation, GoPros, TVs. That's all under $950.
Mm-hmm.
A
What do I
fucking
need? I
a
need some
60 a 65 inch is maybe like $500-$600. You can walk out with that. Throw that bitch in someone's shirt. They take off. You take the heat. You're just gonna get a slap on the wrist, maybe a ticket. That's
Yeah.
it.
So okay, and then
Like, come on now, man.
where my head goes, I can't help it. But this is why I think a lot of religious stuff and belief stuff is coming up in mainstream thinking, because there's this like a Wild West situation going on, and people who don't have a foundation of faith, let's say, will put their faith, because we're human beings are animals that worship. They worship and they have gods, and it may not be the same God as a Christian God, but what you put your faith in, and in this example, sometimes people put their faith in their community, put their faith in other people, and that is a guaranteed letdown. So in terms of how faith works and how that helps you navigate a troubled community, this is why Christianity became a thing when it did, is because for some reason that wondrous, magical, mathematical thing that religion does for people, some people, I think, and then this goes with like sane people who understand that it's a personal endeavor, and that you can use it to, I guess, uplift others in your community, or even have empathy for others, and all this list of like psychological benefits if you're already a sane person. But I think that's why faith and religion have come back up, is because years of putting your faith in other things and people in general, it's falling apart, bro. So it's scary. It is quite scary. Like all the time we're meant to feel like even COVID was like a good indicator that we're all kind of on edge about where things are going. And so, there's this like apocalyptic hint in every report online, like, oh shit, is this it? Should I have gone and bought another gun? Should I have built an underground bunker? What should I do? And the truth is, bro, you cannot possibly prepare for all of the unpredictable things that are going to happen. So for me, like, faith makes way more sense for me, because I'm not going to build an underground bunker. I'm not going to buy a bunch of guns and think that I'm going to be prepared, because I don't even know how to use that shit properly. I'll end up shooting my fucking self.
Reload.
Yeah. Sorry, Ricky, I didn't mean to shoot you, bro. You were right in the way. I told you should have lost some weight, bro. You should have wore that red sweater. I could have seen you better. My bad. So, I don't think it would work out the way my stupid ass head, that little fat kid inside me is like, I was raised by the military. I know exactly. No, bullshit. Bullshit. You're going to run out of breath after 5 steps.
Move.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I'm fucking tired, bro. Just shoot me now. Yeah, it would
We need to go up to El Dorado. Come on.
Look, that's uphill, bro. I can't make it.
Oh fuck, man. No,
Get some sled
I'm a
dogs.
big guy on fucking bunkers, underground bunkers. Oh. That's Leo. Leo's leaving.
Oh, Leo's leaving.
Leo's leaving.
Leaving the garage.
We gotta move.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
I
Have you
just
seen the movie on Netflix?
Leave It All Behind?
The Barack Obama one. The one.
Yeah. Produced by the Obamas.
You seen the
How,
ending?
you know what? That's worse than the movie. The fact that Obama and his family produced that shit,
Barack
that's
and
scary
Michelle.
as fuck. Oh, this guy used to run the nation, and he wants this movie to be seen by everybody because it's fucking end of the world shit.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not end
And
of the
it's
world,
all
but
relating to what's going on.
exactly.
The war in Iran.
He's
now.
either brilliant for that, which I'm pretty sure that's
He's
what it is.
he knows the script. He's got
Or-
the script.
He read it and he's like, "This is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to put this out there. People need to know. I'll be in my bunker."
It's like on the I guess on the West Coast, instead of it being like I think it was in Arabic or whatever. Remember the letters that were being sent down by the drones, all the papers.
Yeah. They were Russian and Chinese.
Russian or Chinese. The
Oh.
West Coast was in Chinese,
Right.
and the East Coast was in Russian or Arabic. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
said "Death to America."
Arabic. Yeah.
It's like we're in war with them right now.
Yeah, but in
and
reality,
you know how it happened?
Huh.
Sleepy Joe's slept on the button.
So, you know what? That's a good point. Okay, so the idea that there's all these nuclear weapons out in the world under the control of
Everywhere.
crazy fucking
Everywhere.
insane people, how are we not blown up yet?
And it's all they're all underground.
How are we not blown up yet? I don't understand that. If these crazy mofos, like, they obviously don't care about everybody. Is it because, like, their Uncle Joe that, told them something special when they was a kid lives on the other side of the nation? So they're like, I'm not going to blow everything up yet. But as soon as Uncle Joe goes, I'm going to fuck y'all up. How does it work? Why don't they push the button? Like, why
Maybe
doesn't
it's
some crazy jihad run in there? What does it do? And then it's like, it's like end of the fucking world right there. And then,
God damn it! Here you go with the
man.
fucking voice.
Sorry.
No,
Man,
maybe it's fake. Maybe it's all bullshit.
I kind of feel like a lot.
It's like
of
okay, if fucking Putin, he's crazy.
That for Putin.
Don't you think he would have bombed
That's
Ukraine?
what I'm saying, right? Why not?
What's stopping him?
It's
Nothing.
you know what? It's the fallout. It's the radioactive fallout. It's useless land if he does it for a while.
But he wants to set a point.
I get that, but I mean, I thought about it too. Why doesn't he? Why doesn't
He don't
just
need to
fucking-
nuke them.
Same with North Korea. Why don't they just do whatever they're gonna do? I don't know.
He don't know how to press the button.
It's in English.
What the?
Look at you
I'm not
trying-
doing it.
you're gonna try
I'm
to
not
do
doing it.
Korean accent. Hajima. 안녕하세요. Yeah. So,
For all he
anyways.
knows, his fucking nukes are made of fucking wood and shit. All that fake shit he be showing off and shit.
It is wild walking around or driving around, just existing, and then knowing like
It could end.
many things, like, and personally, like your world could end. Like this idea that our family's gonna be there forever, or you're gonna have that job, or your wife's gonna be working, or whatever. Like any devastation relating to your immediate experiences, relationships, and otherwise. If anything bad enough happens, or collectively bad things happen, you could eat shit and live in the street at any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then we drive around and we have these like naive minds, like, I'm gonna get some Starbucks because they ain't got shit to do, so I'm gonna
I
have.
did get some Starbucks today.
We're gonna get some Starbucks, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're two degrees away from becoming what those visuals are to you. Like you could be on the other side. Anybody.
I always tell my kids that all the time. I had a heart-to-heart with them, and they just told me to fuck off.
Of course they did. They don't
They were
hear
looking.
you.
They were
past-
looking at me like, okay,
Yeah.
that's not me.
They don't hear you past. Turn that off for a second. That's it. They turn everything off.
He said, "You said turn it off." I turned it off, Dad.
See, that's another thing that we're up against. What are these kids gonna be like, bro, when the real attack happens and our internet's down? Because I don't think it's gonna be planes
You know
flying
what?
over.
You know how they're gonna win, right?
Mm.
They're all gonna line up and they're gonna do TikTok dances until they surrender.
Or gonna chase Pokemons off the cliff.
Yeah, they're gonna put the Apple Vision Pro on
Yeah.
and they're gonna run at the
Hypnotize.
enemy.
They're gonna hypnotize people with the. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I'll wait. I
China's
usually
behind
wait.
it.
Huh?
China is behind it.
Behind the Apple
Vision Pro.
Vision Pro.
They're gonna make America the
Bro,
dumbest
China-
country in the
Check
world.
it out. China's so clever. They probably already run the U.S.
Well, I mean, didn't you see they have people in China buy land out here all the time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they own land out here.
That shit that's being
A lot.
developed over by Fairfield, I believe that's all Chinese owned.
What?
The
new city
space
that they're
between
making?
Dixon and Fairfield.
Dixon my ass.
Yeah, Dixon Salad.
Dixon
You
salad.
nasty
Dixon salad.
truck driver. Anyways, back to solving the world's problems. Yeah. So
Two guys in the Jeep are gonna. Oh no, what was it?
Forgot the podcast name. Two brown guys in a
Two
Jeep.
brown guys in the Jeep are gonna save the world. Do we got security rolling up on us?
Bro,
It's Leo.
We already said. Look, here's the thing. We already live in heaven. Think about it.
Yeah, we do.
Think about it.
Ain't
We
nothing better
live
than this.
in heaven. We got families that love us, families that we love, vehicles to travel around in, gas to use, money to buy Starbucks. Like, not to gloat, but the reality is we could never stop appreciating where we already are. And that's the whole purpose of talking about this shit, is that it could end at any moment. And I think we go back to the whole idea of paying it forward. You know, always treat people with the absolute utmost respect. Don't ever forget. I think that's the thing. Most people would be good to others if they weren't struggling with their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Normally when someone's having a shitty day, they got something personal going on. Everybody knows this. This is elementary information.
Yeah.
You know, bullies aren't bullying you because you're a piece of shit. They're bullying you because
They
they
being
got
bullied at home or something.
exactly. They got some crazy, dramatic stuff going on in their background that you don't want to know anything about, let alone be a part of. And it never changes, bro. That's the thing about childhood to adulthood. You're always dealing with trauma. Everybody's dealing with trauma from the get. And not everybody has time to stop, or even the mindset to stop and get the skills it takes to care for the person inside you. So you just keep going to work. You keep drinking. You keep doing drugs. You keep doing these things to skirt around the pain. And the reality is, it's going to catch up with you, either in the form of somebody else in like a road rage incident, or, you know, at work, etc. It's going to catch up with you. So be kind, rewind.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got a question for you before we
So we get kicked out by
Getting
security. You
kicked
see that
out,
security guard back there?
Yeah, he's smoking a cigarette, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, go beat his ass.
They're like, take your punk ass outside, take a break. Don't be coming in here. Leo's in here. We don't want him to see that ugly ass orange vest you got to wear, but you do have to wear it.
Leo's in. Why are they wearing safety vests?
Yeah, you.
Oh,
inside.
Leo, we would love to have a chat with you.
Leo, yeah, sit down. Or don't sit, whatever. All right, so here's my question. You know how in the past, at some point people talk about how, like, they want to pass things down to the next generation, like their name, for instance. Like, people really care about how many boys they have in a family because they want their name to carry on, which is a very egotistical thing, like, to desire or need. In reality, it's like, what do you care? And the truth is, we're all related some way, somehow anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
But do you think people still care about their name, their last name being passed down, and their legacy being carried forward?
I don't know, man. We're about to get into some weird shit right now.
It's an old thought process, right?
it's
I want the Haleys to be remembered for driving Jeeps through town and doing podcast. Son, it's about time you come in the Jeep and do a podcast with me, because this is, what's the point now? What is the fucking... And people they're not even men anymore. They change into women, so your name...
That's what I didn't want to say, bitch.
Oh, right? So
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know how to say it. It's like, how are they going to pass that name down, or how is that name going to continue when people are just changing their fucking gender as it is?
Right. So here's a random, like, futuristic philosophy on where we're headed. Like the whole thing with aliens, because I know you like talking and thinking about
I wish someone would
aliens.
just pick my ass up and take me up there sometimes.
Some Mexican dude's gonna come kidnap your ass. You wanted the aliens, bro. I heard it on the podcast. All right, so
Come in my van.
they talk about how sometimes aliens will come and essentially like monitor humanity and see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And their influence in whatever way is basically like, look, we created you. You guys are fucking up. We want to fix this, whatever. I kind of think that where we are evolving to, if humanity's still around in, let's say, 100 years, 200 years, whatever, the idea of like a name really meaning anything. Because when shit's going bad, everybody says, well, we're all the same, bro. You got to treat everybody equal. We're all the same. Okay, so then that's where it's headed. Why worry about who the fuck has your last name and otherwise? And like any problem, if you see an issue and you're not actively doing something about it, then your name doesn't deserve to be part of history. You know what I'm saying? So like, what does it really matter? What does it matter if you're male or female? In all honesty, what does that matter? There's so much crazy shit going on this planet. Let's say the ship we like were birthed on, survive on, and are gonna die on is dying itself. Like, I don't know the science, but based on what's been shoved down my throat, Earth is not exactly doing the greatest. And we know that. We throw trash out the window. We put shit in the recycling bin knowing damn well they ain't going to recycle that shit.
It all goes to the same spot.
Exactly. So, like, what can we really do as individuals to make a better future if it's really a concern? And sometimes it is and sometimes it ain't. If you think
the
about
best
it.
thing we can do is just raise our kids right, have them be like the example. Us set the example and let them keep showing it, you know what I mean?
I do.
Anything else that, like, all that gender stuff and all that other weird shit that's going on in the world, I got no problem with you guys. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just keep that shit to yourselves. That's it. That's all I got to say about that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Just keep that shit to yourself. Don't bother me with it.
Yeah, we'll see.
And that's it. Like, leave me the
we'll
fuck
see if you
alone.
don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm going to find out.
If you want to come and fucking yell shit and say shit to me, motherfucker, I'm just going to walk away because I don't need to spend my time on you. But don't be teaching that shit in schools to little kids. That's all I got to say. They don't need to know all of that shit.
Do they not? Maybe they do. Maybe. Because
For
here's the thing.
what?
Check it out. So
We better
kids,
get in a fucking fight right now.
No,
Me
check it
and
out.
Mike,
Kids are
blow
clever,
down.
right? Look, you can't shield kids from all of the information you don't think they can handle. Think about it. And younger generations teach older generations the reality of how this information affects them or affects the community. That's the truth. Clever kids who do want to do well and do want to represent themselves, their families, their upbringing well, they will take that information and use the math that they were born with to put it together so that it is a benefit. So in other words, whatever's going on with the gender identity issue, like my son, for instance, like when I ask him, he's like, I don't think about it.
Exactly.
Just straight up, I don't think about it. I don't care. It's not relevant to him. So, and he doesn't think, well, if I ever meet this person, like when I grew up, homosexuality was like, you don't want to even talk like that, be like in any way.
Yeah.
Right? And there's still obviously residuals, especially in a male working environment with a bunch of old guys. Like this shit's still there. But do I let it affect how I treat other people?
No.
I don't, because every instance with someone is a completely new opportunity. And, I'm an opportunist. I want things to go well, not just for me, but anybody I'm involved with. So I put those weird everyday, like, it's recyclables in my head, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just put that shit aside, and it's mostly for humor, to relate to someone who isn't so apt to say, I love gays. And I do. I love some people who may be gay, may not be gay. It doesn't matter. I love, period.
Yeah.
So I think the way that my kid handles it is a good example of how most kids who understand that it's only relevant if you make it relevant. Like, that's all we got to worry about, is that our children understand why is it useful, is it not useful, and then, how to treat another person, period.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I think you secure a better future is, like you said, we pass that on to our kids. We want our kids to treat people the way we think would benefit humanity.
And then that thing about them not seeing it, like I said, like I don't want them teaching that shit at school, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't want that happening, but they have the access tablets,
Right.
internet,
Right.
YouTube,
Right.
TV.
They're going to get
everything.
that information.
So even if they don't get it at school, I already know it's going to be put somewhere where I think they're safe watching something, which they're never safe watching anything anywhere.
No, Netflix
It's
has
always
everything
bullshit.
in there.
Bro, even the Disney movies nowadays, they
Yes.
all have like either girl, boy, or boy, whatever. And me and my wife will be watching the movie. We'll see something come on where we think it's weird, and we look at each other. We're like, "What the fuck?" But we see our kids, and our kids are like, like
It's no big deal. Whatever.
It's like, we're just watching a movie,
Right,
So it's
right.
like I feel like
It's you.
I feel like I'm guilty, and I'm just like, all right, I think I'm the issue because I'm watching this movie and I see a scene that's not all right, but then again, I see my kids and they're just like, what?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
Don't, it's like they don't
That's
even know
exactly
what's
right.
going on.
Now, this is two-sided, though, because they don't think about the future long enough to actually come up with a plan in their head. They're more about in the moment because everything in their phone is about right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not prepared mentally to cope with boredom. I think that's why a lot of residual homophobia and social taboos and all that, those were a big deal back then because you didn't have shit else to think about.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have nothing else to do. You weren't distracted with the phone or the screen that was going to help you. Pull it. There you go. He's closing the window, teaching him how to close the window. It's technology. He's a little behind. So I just think that our worries as parents, you can only go so far before you start stressing yourself out over hypocritical or hypothetical things that aren't real. Yeah. We get sucked into that vortex of worry and panic and paranoia because that's how our information is given to us. Is, hey, you need to worry about this. That's how the phone treats us. Hey, you ain't doing nothing? Think about this.
Yeah.
You freaked out? You should be. You got to vote. It's like, I don't know I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
So, and maybe I can mitigate how intense that gets for me because I spend more time in nature. I try to convince my kid to go get some time in nature, but everybody is on their own in terms of their own mental health, bro. You have to make a choice. Everybody, whether you're dealing with some sort of deep illness like bipolar, ADHD, schizophrenia, I don't know anything about a lot of those things, but everybody has to make a choice. Am I going to use these methods to cope with this, or am I going to get help? And there's a level of vulnerability that it takes for somebody to say, I need help. I'm not thinking straight. And that's the reality of everybody on the planet is I hope my child makes the decision to be a person who acts in a way that is caring for others around them, is appreciative, is respectful, etc. Like, these are the hopes and dreams I have for my child. I'm not going to force him to be that person. I just hope. I hope and pray that he becomes that person. Yep. And if anything I can do will impact that possibility, it's all based on what my actions say. All the words I grit my teeth and scream out my mouth to try and convince him that what I'm doing is the right way, I may not even know if what I'm doing is the right way, but only time will tell if it's going to be right for him or not.
Yeah.
So, again, like, faith is a good thing. If you don't know what else to do, bro, I wouldn't put my faith in people. I would find another way to cope with that spiritual breakdown, because that's what it is. When you're a parent, like, that's a religious thing itself. As much as we think of our children, the guilt we feel for not being what we think is the best version.
That's fucking true.
Right?
That's true.
It's a religious experience. So if you think of it
There's
that
like
way.
the guilt part is like, you don't go to church, you feel guilty. Like, oh,
Right.
I'm letting them down.
Right. So check this out. This is another way to sort of think about faith and your experience as a parent. And the thing is, like, I don't want to limit people who aren't parents, who don't have children. This relates to you as a child of a parent. So when I think of faith, God is like my dad who's not going to try and force me to be what he wants me to be, but he just wants to have a relationship with me. Just wants to hear from me every once in a while. Just wants to know that I'm trying to be a good person, that I'm trying to do the right thing. that's all you want from your children, right?
Yeah.
You don't like nowadays. It's not like well, you have to grow up and be a doctor. You have to grow up and be a lawyer. It's not like that. You just hope that when your child grows up, they can survive their relationships, their environment, and their own body. That's all that's important to you. And think about that in terms of faith. That's what I feel. That's what God wants. He just wants a relationship. Like when we pray, it's almost like because here's the other thing. Like God exists inside of us. It's not an outward thing. You know what I'm saying? Like God performs miracles through us. So, and I didn't mean for this to get religious, but this
Oh, Lord.
amen, brother, amen.
Amen.
But this is how my philosophical math. This is how I navigate relationships. Really, is I act in a way that I have a good relationship with a parent who cares about me. My father's always watching. He's always watching and always praying that I'm doing well, and that I'm trying to do the right thing. So if I act in a way where I feel like that is the observation being made on me, I will always try to do the right thing. I will always try to be a light in a dark room for
The best person you
for
can be.
myself and for anybody else who's sharing space with me.
Yeah.
And that's tricky when you're hungry, when you're tired, when you're et cetera, et cetera. Like all these things that we happen to go through as humans. Of course you're going to falter. Of course you're going to be a sinful person. Of course you're going to make all these silly decisions that you look back and you're like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. That's the gift of being human, bro. Is that every day is a new day. Every day you wake up is a new miracle that you can turn into gold, essentially. And you don't have to have all the money. You don't have to have a house. You don't have to have a car. You don't have to have anything other than your own perspective on why it's important to you to treat other people the way you do. You know, so I feel like people who say they're not religious, they think that faith is about a certain set of vocabulary that only Catholics and Christians use. Not really. No, it is how you act in accordance with what you worship. Why do you do the things you do? Why do you treat people well? What for? Who's watching you? Who cares? Who cares? If you don't think anybody's watching, why do you do it?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe people experience not treating people well, and like, you know, I don't want anything to do with that, really. You know, so I do everything I can to stay away from it. That's what we do. We block out people who are toxic. Because whatever you got going on, whatever you're worshiping, I don't want anything to do with
fuck
that.
That's all negative fucking juju. All fuck that shit.
You know? So everybody's religious with respect to how their actions speak to whatever made humanity. And, you know, you can throw all the words on the table and try to figure out what that's called, but you feel it. On an independent level, you feel something's going on. I just found a way to explore it in my mind and in my speech. That's the personal thing.
Yeah.
But universally, everybody's a part of it, you know? So you just hope your children figure that out. Like, you think no one's watching. That made you, inside of you, is watching. You consciously know. The spirit, the soul inside of you knows whether what you did was right or wrong. And when you suffer because of some ill-made decision and something you think happened to you, you have no choice. Like, that's why people in jail sometimes reform themselves.
Yeah.
They discover, like, I can make better decisions because they start to realize, like, shit, I was always there. Or he was always there.
Yeah.
Always there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a choice, bro. It's always a choice, and everybody's on their own. You can only parent so much. You can only feel so guilty before you realize, I'm doing the best I can. I love these damn kids. They drive me fucking nuts. I could justifiably kick their ass out. Because nobody wants to live with a
Pack
lying
your bags.
ass.
Get out of my house.
Right?
Why, Dad? I
Like,
don't got nowhere to go.
I'm living with a criminal. I'm letting a criminal stay in my house. But that's humanity, bro. That's
Yeah.
why do you think God loves you anyway? He don't hate anybody. We're all loved by the source. Put it that way. We're all loved. We all can make everything better on an independent level that trickles outward. Like, what you do today affects people 100 years from now. You know what I mean? And You cut somebody off, that shit's going to trickle in that way. It's going to go down that neighborhood. It's going to end up in whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I feel this is more relatable when I'm at work, when I'm in that truck. And I'm not great all the time. No. I'm not great. I'm an aggressive, frustratable person that if you get in my way or you cut my way off, I don't want you to be okay.
How about you brake check me, bitch, and I'm going to keep going.
Right? You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know,
Yeah.
When you are conscious of your actions and why you're doing the things you do, that's where you make your choice. Am I going to keep going like this? Because I really like the good karma. That stuff is addictive. That's addictive. That's.
And it's even better, though, because people want you to fuck up. People want you to get pissed. People want you to do the bad things that they want you to do. But then you hit them with a, have a good day. And then they're like, what?
Yeah. You throw him off.
Is he not mad? Why didn't it piss him off? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then you just walk out, smile on your face, whoop-de-doo, let's go. What the fuck, man? I thought I had him. No, bitch, fuck you. Not today.
Yeah. That's like the best perk, I think, of living an honest and self-aware life. When you know your behavior is not on point, you can correct it. And then when you see that process not being so efficient in someone else, you know that they just ain't ready to cope with what they got going on. So when you reflect this possibility for them, when they run into you and you're compassionate, they're like, I can do that. How did you do that? Hey, man, thanks for reminding me. That's the attitude you feel when they say, you know what? I came off this certain way. And then like that, I love that. I love when they all of a sudden see that I never broke. I never let that thing that's fucking with them fuck with me. And so I became a reminder for them. They're like, I can be compassionate to me too. Thank you.
Then they feel all bad, like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Let the shame do its job. Yeah. You know, if you are ashamed, it's a way for you to learn. Like, learning's painful, bro. That's why people don't want to go to school. That's why people don't want to do the right thing. It sucks. Like, I don't want to work out. I know that I'm the idiot keeping myself from being in the best shape.
Yeah, me too.
I'm the idiot. And I know that suffering like that leads to a better version of me. So I'm obviously the furthest thing from perfect, the furthest thing from a great teacher or mentor, at least in the case of fitness. But, like, no one's perfect, bro. No one's perfect. Maybe this is just a good example that you can live a good life and not be ultimate fitness guru. You can still live a healthy and happy life. It's not about what's outside.
It's about what's inside.
Absolutely. This shit is not corny for no reason. You know? It's truth. Sometimes truth is so old and so true and it's been there for so long you don't even think it's real anymore. You think this shit sounds like a corny movie that you don't want to watch. It's like, all right, well, go be human then. Go do your dumb shit. When you get back, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Your best mentors don't ever tell you how to be. They may offer experiences they've had or make suggestions, but they're going to love you regardless. And that reminds us, the students, that I can be like my mentor. And that's why they're a mentor. They represent your own self-image at a later point in time when you've gained that wisdom. And that's why they're important to each other. It's like, it's not about the name. It's about when you're in the moment and all the history behind you, what does that mean? What does that mean for you? What's it going to mean for this person you're sharing a space with? And, like, to me, that's how I think I'm going to change the world. Because that's a big question. A lot of people are, how the fuck could I ever do anything? How's my vote going to make a difference? Well, your vote makes a difference because I live in this community and these officials are in charge of this community and you're able to exist here and be happy. I vote for you. I vote for them. Whatever.
You got to hear, people. Mike Healy has my vote for mayor.
Whatever road you travel on, it's all relative.
Relative roads, baby.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it. That was a good little, I don't know.
Good little wrap up?
How long was that?
1 hour.
Long enough.
1 hour and 14 minutes. Hey, have a good life, people.
Yeah, see you on the next one.